Oh, right. Hi. It's me. Hello. Welcome to this thing. I was checking the audio and I was hearing myself twice. Um, Welcome back. This is day 12 of the whole game dev thing. So, yeah. So today the idea is it's gonna be a rough one. I mean, it's always gonna be a rough one, don't get me wrong. Especially this day. So today the idea is day 12, we're getting back into the Unreal Engine, and we are going to start putting together our first level. If you remember last stream, I literally just went through all my previous notes and everything to double check what I was doing, troubleshoot stream things, that kind of stuff. And I think Liquid Death. Who's texting me? Stop it. Oh, no one was texting me. I feel bad. Where was I? Oh my god. This is why I edited the videos in the past. Oof. Anyway, so yeah, I was going through all my notes last stream to try to kind of remember where we were. Sorry for slurping sounds. And the last thing we were doing was basically designing this cabin and the all the puzzle stuff within it. You can't see that very good. Oh yeah, if I block that a little bit, there you go. Is it focusing? Are we gonna focus? Maybe not, but that's okay. Anyway, so yeah, we have this whole cabin thing, and we're trying to put it together. Now this is going to be an extremely drawn out kind of thing, so I haven't touched, we're going back into Unreal Engine, by the way. Problem being I haven't touched it in a bit, so we are gonna do our best. I do still have my old game file on here that I will need to probably update to the new version, because I think Unreal's in 5.7 right now, which is fun. Actually, is it? Oh, now it's in 5.8. That's wild. Well, I didn't get the opportunity to, well, I did update it, but it wasn't updating to 5.8, so I assume it's gonna be a thing later. Okay. Well, I'm booting up Unreal Engine right now, and it's gonna take a moment. I hope everyone's having a great time. I hope you're all doing fabulous. We need both of these. Oh, okay, yeah, it is going. Yeah, so building our first level, this is going to be anytime it comes to like the game engine stuff in particular, I start like just nervous. Because it's just so, I don't know, there's so much to do. It's so dense. I mean, this is why I'm doing this whole like channel and streaming thing, because it is very difficult and it's so overwhelming to get into. The game design stuff, I feel like for me is quite simple. I feel like I can design like a basic level. I can get the story stuff down. I can do music pretty well. I can think of puzzles and gameplay mechanics and all that kind of stuff. I think I'm good at like putting all those pieces together, but when it comes to the actual rote coding and being in the engine, I mean that's, oh boy. It's a whole thing, but we are gonna do our best. Unreal Engine is loading at the moment, I promise. I hope you are all doing well. This is the time where I would interact with chat, but I do not have a chat to interact with. Say hi, Void. Now I'm just being depressing. Yeah. Well, anyway, so I think our goal for today. So we're gonna get into this whole thing with, you know, like building the house, building up, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. But I think literally there's a few things that we want to take care of today. We want to keep it very simple, very straightforward, and not make it overwhelming and make this and turn this into a whole mess. Like I remember a previous video being, I think it was like, I don't even know, the one I did about like getting the first person controller working and all that kind of stuff. So I think all we're trying to do today is literally like we're trying to make a level and like literally just create the level in the first place, like the file and everything and the engine, and then we are going to, hold on, let me pull some stuff up. I got to grab some things real quick. I forgot I have this whole handy dandy thing I put together for just such an occasion. So if I can share my screen real fast. Where are you? DSLR and screen. Boom, fade. 300 milliseconds. That was 300 milliseconds of fade. I hope you had a good time. Yes, we have this thing. And what's that? Oh, I forgot what that. Okay. So we can go to a table view. Right. So previously we did work on the layout and all this kind of stuff. The trapdoor next to the data scratch the wood. Oh yeah, and this is where we put together our puzzle, our first puzzle. We're not going to worry about the puzzle right now too much anyway. This is our like spitballing in that video. We are just, like I said, very simply trying to create the level, create level prologue home. So here's the things that we gotta do while we're waiting for the engine to load. Again, this is me kind of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks because I don't fully know. We're going to run into stuff later that makes this more difficult, and obviously there's going to be things I'm missing and things that I don't. But we're going to put this task in. Let me think. Right. So literally like level. Ah, that's not the backspace. Ah, hello. Create the level file. We're gonna do like, what if we can do even more basic, like create. Hold on, Unreal is doing some stuff down here that I don't understand. Oh, yeah. Maybe, yes. We zoom in. Okay. Unreal Engine does indeed work. Ooh, this is a nice little tab to have over here, the tutorials and documentation and things like that. Okay, so here's the deal. Man, it's been so long since I've touched Unreal that I'm kind of wondering if I should just go through the little Unreal Engine tutorial and get myself back up to speed, because frankly, I don't mean to repeat myself, but it has been like 8 months since I've touched the engine, and even then, like in that time, I didn't get a whole lot done. So, okay, I'm gonna take myself through the tutorial real quick. Just a little ease back in, get myself back into the mindset, how the engine works, get myself back familiar with it, because right now I'm flying completely blind. Like I said, this is a very daunting process, especially when I don't know why, like, I was reminded of if you know the game, Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy, just I love that line he says where it's and he just says starting over is harder than starting up. It's for some reason this feels more difficult than me just starting from scratch when I had some experience, took a lot of time off, and now I'm coming back or trying to get back to it. My CPU is being strained because my computer is a wee little bab who is not used to this kind of commotion. But we do have this going. Okay. Yeah, we're going. Okay, welcome to Unreal Engine 5. Let's get started by learning to move around in the editor. Hold the right mouse button to move. Okay, look around. Oh, okay, this is a much... Pressing the green play button in the toolbar above this viewport. Yes, we remember that. Change the modes of the game project. We're gonna move on, walk around the wall, and we have a little guy right here. Man, this view is quite small. At each station, you'll learn about how to edit the world and see how your changes affect the game's on your left hand. Your written companion. Follow along for hints and details on the concept you'll encounter. Press escape to return to editing. Oh. You can adjust an object 3, move, okay, we remember move, rotate, and this should, oh yeah, okay, that's affecting these kind of things. Click an object. Whoop. Yes, so, okay, cool. Press Alt P. Draw the bottom left corner. There are some sample meshes in the folder. Content level prototyping meshes. And so you get across this gap when you're done here. Oh, okay. So it literally wants us to make. So our content drawer is down here, and we have. Okay, control space opens that up. Right, I remember that. There's some sample meshes in the folder. Content level prototyping. Meshes. Chamfer cube. Don't mind if I do. We're gonna do this. Nope. Then we're gonna do that. Look at me. I'm incredible. Great. So is it literally just like interesting? And you'll sync right through. It has no collision setup. You can use the details panel to change settings like this. Click the ramp, then change collision presets to block all. Collision presets to block all. Collision presets. We have to find its collision presets. Where are these? Oh, collision presets? No, collision block all. Cool, and now we should be able to walk up it. Yep. Blocking the way across this bridge, the outliner on the right lists all volume, all the objects in the world. Delete the one named blocking volume to clear the way. Oh, we found it. Got him. Jesus, I'm incredible. This is a nice little tutorial they put together. I mean, obviously it's extremely basic, but this is like all the things that I remember working with when I first started, but it was like a lot less, I don't know, put together. There's a lot more like put together like an official. This is all like the nice basic stuff that I want to refresh on, so it's nice. With this ball, find its blue material in the details panel and double click its icon to start editing. Try changing its base color and metallic roughness settings. Change or create your own in the material editor. Click this ball and find its blue material in the details panel and double click its icon to start editing. So this is the details panel, I imagine. Oh yeah, clearly details right there. Blue material. Right. So we should be able to change this bit? Yeah. Light mass, material property settings. Advanced, what we got going on here? Click this ball, finds blue material in the details panel, double click its icon, start editing. Try changing its base color, metallic, and roughness settings. Um, hold on. Right, we are over, yeah, materials. Blue material. Right. Oh no, but I've closed the window. Okay, hold on, can I bring it back? Oh, thank God. Um, this is all well and good, but I don't know what we are doing with this. Shader code? No. What's it asking me to do here? Justify the okay. We're clicking. We are clicking this sphere. This is gonna be a long. It's gonna be a long journey ahead. This is. It's fine. We're gonna do great, and we're gonna do our best, and that is what matters. Whoa. Very reflective. Okay. Double click the ball. No, click this ball. Find its blue material in the details panel. Rendering. Interesting. Static mesh material, blue material. This is the blue material, it looks like. Double click its icon. Try changing its base color, metallic, and roughness settings. I wonder if we go back into the game here real fast. It'll... Because the other ones had like a nice little tooltip. No? Doesn't have that? Guess I'll die. Base color, metallic, and roughness settings. But where are they? Am I blind? I might be blind. This has happened before. I found it. We found it. Let's change it to a nice purple, like a nice kind of lavender. That's lovely. I love it. Okay, great. Metallic. Real metal. No roughness. Very rough. Yeah. Excellent. Oof. Okay. It was a little difficult. It's a little shaky there, but we got it. Systems simulate a wide, range of visual effects from simple bursts of sprites like this to complex fluid simulations. You create them using the Niagara editor. Click the center of this effect, find its Niagara system asset in the details panel, and double-click it to edit it. Try changing settings like spawn count and see how it changes the effect. Right, so find its Niagara system asset in the, then double-click it and try changing spawn count. Things like that. Oh boy. Oh wow. This is a lot. But it's not emitter spot. Oh, there it is. We pause it. Interesting. Okay, yeah, I can hold right click to grab this. Move it around. Timeline and curves. Niagara log. Timeline. I don't know. This is asking us to do a lot with this very complex menu. Niagara system asset in the details panel. Double click it to edit it. Try changing settings like spawn count and see how it changes the effect. Try changing settings like spawn count and see how it changes the effect. But where would that be is the problem. Emitter spawn. I'm looking for spawn count and I really don't see anything. Man, I will say for like the little tutorial thing, this kind of really throws you into the deep end a little bit. It just kind of says like I like what they're doing here and I enjoy this little thing, right? But it is extremely it's a lot. It's a lot. It is perform debug simulation. 'Cause I'm not sure where to find like try changing settings like spawn count, see how it changes the effect. Like where would the settings be? Which settings are we changing? Shape location, add velocity from point, particle update, drag, spray, properties. System update. No idea. Properties. Count looped age emitter attributes. Age, current loop delay. Distance, local space, normalized loop distance. Particle attributes. Age. I got excited for a second. I saw a number of collisions. Velocity module outputs. In the settings. I mean, surely it'd be in the parameters, right? Particle system, yeah. Create them in the Niagara editor. So this is the Niagara editor. Click the center of this effect, finds the Niagara system asset in the details panel, and double click to edit it. Try changing settings like spawn count and see how it changes the effect. I would love to. I don't know where the spawn count is. I know it's this things like spawn count. We could be doing other things. You know what? We're getting a little bogged down. I think we'll come back to this. Meta sounds. You can use meta sounds to create and control audio in real time with precise timing. I am now realizing that I forgot to unmute the desktop audio. So you should be able to hear it now. There wasn't any audio happening in the first place, just so you know. Cool. Okay. So select the fork. Tweak it, select the fork, and change the random seed setting in the details panel. Okay, of course we have to find it. Okay, random seed. Let's bring it down to 30. See what happens. All right. Excellent. Actually, that is kind of neat. I do like that. Meta sound. To control audio in real time with precise timing. So this tutorial, while it is nice, it is obviously extremely super duper duper basic. Environment lighting, atmosphere controlled by multiple actors, directional light, which simulates light coming from the sun, a skylight, which adds base ambient light, sky atmosphere, which controls the ambient color of the sky, and change sun's angle by Control L moving the mouse. Right, I do remember Control L and moving the mouse. We could put everything in pitch black. Do really enjoy. Let's make it golden hour, baby. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Physics Unreal offers realistic physics simulations from simple rigid body interaction to detailed vehicle movement. Try pushing these around and see how they react. Whoa! Oh my god, oh, they're like strung together. Well, that's wonderful. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, it's alright. Oh! Place the light down by holding L. You know, it'd be nice if I could see your tutorial. That'd be great. Hold on, let me Lighting. This room can get dark. While editing, you can place light by holding down L and clicking the left mouse button. Oh, that's fun. We can mess with the intensity of the light and the light color. That's cool. Attenuation radius. Okay, basically help make it cover a wider area. Source radius. It didn't seem to do anything. Effects world, yeah, okay. Indirect lighting at this light. No idea. Well, that works, so that's cool. Oh, it just opens like that. Cool. Offers a wide array of character animation tools. You can create rigs, skin, and animate directly, and then just also create complex logic to blend animations. That's excellent. Nothing to say about that one. Just move right along. Sequencers, Unreal Timeline. Organize and render them in high quality sequences. Oh my god. Ugh. Camera fly through mated sequencer. That's neat. Time-based animation tool for cinematics and cutscenes. I think that'll be handy. Blueprint is a visual scripting language that you can use to create logic and manage events, like the switch that unlocks the door. For a challenge, see if you can figure out how to make the light above the door change color the same way the other lights do. Oh no. Well, we are here to figure this stuff out again, so let's look at the door trigger here. Oops. Because I do remember door trigger. Door trigger. Called. What's a laud? Claude. Not sure what that is. General? Networking, input, actor, partition level, this is data layers. So what would be room blueprint, door frame, room blueprint. The door. So let me look at this switch while I will it stay that way when I no, it won't. Oh boy, I feel oh wait, edit, never mind. I can edit the blueprint right here. I was looking for something down here. I was making things more difficult for myself. So play circular glow. Torture yourself. Event graph. So, trigger BP door trigger. We need this trigger to also be the BP door trigger, and then that will enable. That's how they have it set up. That's literally not triggered. Yep, there it is. Was there supposed to be a thing here, or is it just kind of 16 next steps? I don't know. You're building your own experiences, and they include pre-made assets, project settings, sometimes additional variants to customize their content. To create a new project from a template, start the engine from the launcher, or choose File New Project from the editor's main menu. Okay. Samples showcase engine features and show how to build full games. You'll find them in the launcher samples page. Want a simple game project to start with? Try Stackabot. Or feel free to just stay here for a while and continue digging into what's in this project. Taking apart existing content is the best way to learn how to make something unreal. I like these windows they have. They're kind of cool. City sample, hillside sample. Okay, that was handy, I think. Maybe. Ugh. So that's all well and good. Great. So let's close this project. I mean, I just want to close the project. I don't want to exit the thing. Open project. I did have this. Project was made. Opening in this version of the editor may prevent opening the original editor. It may lose data. We recommend you open a copy to avoid damaging the original. Open a copy. So this should copy. So we were making the game, the Spooky Cave game before. I put together this. What? What happened? Who's messaging things? Oh, go away. First of all, go away. I don't know what that was. Why are you putting AI shit in the thing? Don't do that. That's silly. Well, now I'm streaming, and so I have to deal with people being idiots. That's great. It's fine. Save content. Oh God, what is this? No, don't save. We don't want to save any of it. I don't care about that. Whoop. My bad. So we should be bringing back up our old project so we can mess around in it some more. Gotcha. Okay. Well, I believe it should be opening up our old project. It is initializing this. This stuff takes forever to load. Well, I hope everyone's doing swell. Ooh. No, go back. I was watching my own stream. How else will I have a single viewer? Together? Manage goals? Manage goals? What's that? Okay, I'm getting distracted. So currently I am waiting on Unreal to open it back up. But real fast, while Unreal is opening back up, I do want to go back to this Because I did a whole thing of laying out the home. Yeah, because I remember we had the trap door. Spoke with Cypher gained to all the previous union. Remember the letter he received from life. Rather this written the cipher, so he must gain access to the seller to grab the book to decode the letter. Right. Gotcha. Just working on this one. Ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da. It's gonna take forever. Man, I can't believe we've already been going for around 50 minutes. This is wild. So, I imagine someday all this streaming and stuff is gonna be a lot more. This whole game dev stuff is gonna be a lot more interesting because it's so. I don't know. There's a lot to get a hold of. It's very complex, and it's also hard to make interesting in any kind of way. When I'm just sitting here looking at the thing and being like, I don't know what is going on. Um, yeah. Also, and this is a side thing that I feel I must bring up, but we had our main guy, the one guy who would always consistently show up, Oliver Dive, is no longer. All of his comments are gone, and this saddens me, but that is okay. He was here for a bit, and we appreciated when he was here. So Oliver Dive, if you're still out there, I hope you're doing great. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Oh. This is the part in the editing where I would you know, take out all this dead space because we're waiting on something to load. I imagine there's going to be a lot of that. My computer's not the fastest thing in the world, um, by any stretch of the imagination. It was very, very good when I built it almost a decade ago. Okay, we're back in. Yes. Yes. Okay, let's open up our content drawer. Try to figure out where we were. So, I think we only had like a couple engine content. Oh boy. Framework first person demo. Right, I remember that. Maps? There's nothing in maps. Starter content. Content generally. We had our first level Owen path. Which level was... Oh, this is Owen path. Cool. So, what I think we want to do real fast, I want to rename this. I clicked edit instead, and that was not what we wanted to do. I'm gonna need you to calm down. Okay, thank you. Rename. We cannot rename it, so that's good. Pixel content, new folder, all that stuff. So, I'm gonna add content to multiple paths. Maps. Okay, let's go back here. Inputs, maps. Okay, so in here we want to, I don't know what the HLOD layer is. HLOD layer. I mean, I suppose we can search it up real fast. Might as well. Unreal Engine LOD. Hierarchical level of detail. It contains hundreds of detailed static mesh assets that combine together to build a virtual world. This level of detail can be difficult to load at multi-kilometer level all at once. Hierarchical level detailed system to be used to organize multiple static mesh actors and combine them into a single proxy mesh and material at long view distances. This helps reduce the number of actors that need to be rendered for the scene. Okay, gotcha. Makes sense. So this, if we grab these two, we are going to move this in a framework to move here. Oh god. We didn't have any cancel. We didn't have anything set up for these though. Right? I mean, we had a player. We have a player character that spawns a player and all that kind of stuff. I remember we had that because like this was literally all we had. So if I hit play, we can walk around and we can also jump. I don't think we were able to crouch. No. Yeah, and it took forever to get this to get this whole thing working. So if we move these into our framework folder, we have a copy of it, so it should be fine if we like totally screw this up. Yeah. Maybe. Okay. Framework, and then we will move them both into maps, I think. Don't know what that was. I don't know what that was again. Someone's hitting stuff outside. Might be the trash folk. I don't know. Okay. We put it in maps. Can we rename it? It still will not let us rename it. I do not know why, but we are going to create a new level anyway. If I can figure out how to do it. It's been a very long time. Where would it be? Oh, it's level. It's literally right here. Levels collection. Yes. So we're going to create this level. We're going to call it, I don't know. See, this is the one that I would like to call O1 because this is actually going to be, maybe we'll just call it OO Cabin. Why not? Because it is like kind of like a prequel thing. And we're going to go and do a little cheeky save. And we're going to open up. Save selected. We're going to load up the cabin. This hello, welcome viewer. You're my first one except the weird guy who posted stuff about AI something a little bit ago. I'm glad you've arrived. Welcome to this. We're struggling at the moment. Oh no. There's nothing here. As you can tell, I don't know what I'm doing, but we are trying our very best. Welcome to my world. This world is beautiful, and it has absolutely nothing in it. So, if we... Hmm. Because now it just starts us off with absolutely nothing. Ah. So there's nothing inside of this map. How do we get the things that we need in here? Because I thought it would kind of just do it on its own. And delete this. Yes, go and delete it. Add a level, because was going to be loaded and unloaded into the world, create a streaming experience. Hold Control Alt for more. Vertical levels. Each level can contain other actors of different types. Each level can be loaded and unloaded independently. Usually uses as a separate file on disk. Levels can overlap especially, so you can use them as a way of organizing your world to allow multiple people to work on different aspects at once. There's also a world composition system that will automatically break every world. Oh boy. I thought this would be a lot more straightforward, but clearly not. Let's bring back one path. Let's just go right back over here. Could we perhaps duplicate this? No, we cannot. It hates us. Why can we not duplicate it? And why can we duplicate this one? Why can we do the things like rename to this one and all that stuff and not this one? Perhaps we should look it up. So let's look it up real quick. Real engine can't rename map, or sorry, can't rename level. I'm gonna rename a level without breaking the whole thing. I'm gonna rename a level without breaking the whole thing. Go away. Personally post included a typo. So much file game. Yes, I'm making this file. There's get up link. Anyway, when you release it, I've tried this. I don't know. This is quite tricky. So I'm wondering at this point if it'd be better to just simply start from scratch, because we have, God, if, hold on. Let's back out of this project. We're gonna close this project real quick. That's not what I meant to. What's the home? My projects, new projects. We're gonna close. I have some directory open on the left. We're going to what if we simply create a new one, new project, blank, empty, clean project with no code. So this is what first person, top down, handheld AR. Okay, so this is what I chose previously, and it spawns our whole level and everything with do you know how to create interactive movie button, new game, when sequencer, when QTE, when what do you mean do I know how to create interactive movie button new game win sequencer when QTE win sequencer. What are you talking about? We're trying to get a level made. I mean, I appreciate you here, but that's way outside the scope of what we're trying to do right now. I'm just trying to get this thing sorted out in the first place. Okay. Boy, oh boy. So, we're here, and this is looking like a little bit of a sort of kind of mess. And I found out something important. So, we have all this. We can open up the engine. Okay, so a couple things. First of all, framework, if we go to maps, which is where I'm storing these maps, the reason we could not open up, I started up the new project and all that kind of stuff and was fiddling around with things for just a short minute. Obviously not very long. It literally like loaded up 5 minutes after I stopped streaming. So that's helpful. But what I did find out is, so earlier I had a one path. This is a level that I kind of started working on in the past. This is the main puzzle map, like where all the main things are going to happen. But the problem was we had a one path loaded up, and when I was trying to right click on it, I could not rename it, and I could not duplicate it. And you can see I can do that now, and it turns out that is because we had the level loaded. Now we can do that with Cabin, which we do have currently loaded. I don't know what's going on, frankly, but we are also going to delete that level. But first, we are going to I believe we might duplicate O1 path. Let me go in here. But I also, if we go into the engine itself, the engine content and things like that, what do you know? We have templates. That's actually extremely helpful. So we don't have to go through all this nonsense of like opening up our OO cabin level and it is just a nothing. So yeah, everyone stop talking, stop chatting. I forgot to silence my phone, that's on me. Okay, so this time for sure, we're back at it. Ah, what a mess. So we have our open world here, we have our template default. I looked at this earlier, so we're gonna duplicate this. Yes. We're going to duplicate it. And we're actually going to call this one O1 cabin. And then we are going to take this guy and we are going to put him inside our maps up here in the framework. Move here. So now we have it here. And this we're going to rename to, we're simply going to call it O2 path. Cool. Text files may need to find a replacement for O1 path. Otherwise, that's going to be necessary for build. Can do the rename. Screw it. We're going to rename it, and it's probably going to be fine, I hope. I hope it's going to be fine. Okay, just gonna start doing this thing. So, we got that. Instancing. Oh, now I see the... Okay, this may be a little silly. Because now I have the HLOD thing. I don't know what it does, though. We're gonna come back to that in the future. We're going to delete this. Oh, no, oh yeah. We're gonna load up O1 cabin. and we'll see we have a nice like blank slate right here. We're going to delete OO cabin because there is nothing inside of it and it is useless. So now we have this, and we have an actual level we can go around. With the nice sunlight in the distance that we can we just make it pitch black. No, we'll make it we'll make it nice, and it's gonna be bright. It's great. So yeah. So we have this whole thing right here. Go back over here, we go to, oh yeah, and we're going to Control S, save it real quick. Go to path. So, well, real fast, we want to go over to this one. And I want to find, because we had certain things like, what's blueprints? Yeah, player controller. Oh yeah, we needed to include all of these in here. Start. So if we go back to our maps, go to our cabin. I think it would be nice to have, okay, we do have a player start. So we start. Oh, okay, yes, and our, player controller that we made still works. So we don't have to do anything with that. That is actually perfect. So from that, we need to, real fast, let's go to our handy dandy checklist we were making a little bit ago. And I am going to have to go and find it real fast. Cave game. Cave game. Cave game. Cool. All right, we have this. We're gonna go over to the game day goals, and we're gonna go right here, and we're gonna check off create level file. We figured it out. Oh boy. Now get basic block layout is going to be another thing. So we had, I remember, if I remember correctly. Sorry, my computer's struggling a little bit to keep track of all this stuff because Google Chrome is pushing it to the brink a little bit. Perhaps I need to get a different program for, you know, browsing the internet. Because Google Chrome is quite very extremely resource intensive all the time. Let me see here. I'm actually, what I'm gonna do real fast is if I go back to my channel here, I want to find this video. Behold, it's my old apartment. Because I remember us specifically, literally just editing. They have one for colors that we're just gonna go to.
Or 8.
Follow along with the guy's saying right now.
I'm going to use a tool called Cube Grid in the model panel. By selecting a
right, so I remember us working with this cube the cube kind of system thing. I don't remember exactly what's it called. It's over in modeling. Basically to just build out a like cube grid and stuff. Or hold on, that's not exactly it. So get the model. If I can find, thankfully, when I've done these in the past, I have kept track of the videos and sources that I used. So, go to tour, go bring this up, pull this on over.
Welcome. As we move from here, I can. Using cube grid is relatively easy. You draw out a.
So create, we have polymodel cube grid, and yes, we're going to get back to using cube grid. Create cube grid, there it is. And we can do things, except, like grab these, and let me double check how he does that.
Grid, and you can hit Q or A to make it go up or down. You can also select a region and hold Control-click to drag it up and down. By selecting a region and hitting Z, you can actually go ahead and create ramps easily.
And here, so I think, so if we grab this, I'm holding control, there we go. Okay. So I think this is exactly kind of what we need to block this out. So let me pull in a, go back into selection. And I want to pull in a cube real fast. The basic active shapes cube. Here we go. Get ourselves a little cube. We're gonna put like a little bit of rotation on it for fun, because that seems cool. Right. So now that we have this, we need let me check world gravity. Sufficient clutter. If we hit play, does that do its thing? No. Whoops. I want this over here so we can see it when we start. And what we want from this cube is physics. Volume, class, explosion handler, maybe? See if that does something. No. All composition killed. I'm trying to literally just give it physics. Now it has been a little bit since I've messed with this, but I do have a cube that in this world, or in this level, it does fall. So we're gonna copy my homework real fast. The world is external. What do we have here? If we okay, let's okay, world partition set up. So where did we give it physics? I actually don't remember. Oh, what I'm turns out I'm a little bit silly. I was looking at the world settings this entire time and not at the details of the cube itself. So if we give it simulate physics and we hit okay. So I want this cube to be, oh, we can push it around. That's fun. Whee, haha. All right. So I want this cube. Fast, we're going to grab it and we're going to I was just gonna duplicate it, but that's fine. what I want to do is we're going to add another cube. What else can we add? That's fine. Yeah, I want to add another cube real fast. And I literally just want to make it... nope, wrong one. I want to make it twice as high. We can give it physics too for fun. Why not? So we start. I feel like cube's a little high. Hold on. Let's make the cube a little bit smaller. Cube a little bit smaller. Yeah, that's about our height. So why I'm making this cube like this is I want this to be like kind of I reference cube. I want this cube to be kind of a reference for how tall we are. Yes. Sorry if someone's been chatting. I've been kind of zoned in at the moment. Someone said put in a chat earlier, but I did not see it because I was busy. Uh, so yeah, okay. So we have a nice little reference height cube. So that's great. Cool. And we have this cube. So now that we have all this stuff going on, all we want to do is make a basic kind of a layout for modeling. And we are going to cube grid. So we're trying to make our cabin. This definitely will change later, but if we're hold on, I'm trying to think this through real fast. So if we have from our drawing that I'm my lovely drawing that I'm looking at right now, I'm trying to use kind of like the bed as like okay, we have a like the bed's around like 6.5 feet. So we could probably condense this quite a bit more. So 6.5. And hold on, I need a ruler. We need a ruler. Collect the ruler. I have a ruler over here. We have one. I have acquired a ruler. Okay. So okay, it's about 1.25 inches. It's about 3.75 inches. I'm looking at my I'm measuring my drawing by okay. Let me make this change exposure a little bit so you can actually see this. What I'm doing is I'm trying to get a sense of scale with this drawing that I made. Whoop. Yes, I'm trying to get a sense of scale with the drawing that I made, where I have this bed over here, and then I'm trying to measure kind of like with the ruler the whole length of the cabin and that kind of stuff in relation to the bed, because the bed is a known entity. We kind of know how long it is or how long it would be. Yes. So 3.75 inches. So if our bed is 1¼ inches. And I need to get more screens and a better computer. Anyway, if our bed is 1¼ inches, then we have 3¾ so what's 3.75 divided by 1.25? 2.7. So times 2.7. Cool. It's going to be about 17 feet across. Great. This cube. We're going to go back to selection mode. We're going to get this. We are going to duplicate it. We're going to duplicate it. I'm also going to rotate it real quick. Put it on the ground. Do not have this one with physics. And yes, this is going to be our reference cube. This is about, was it 6 feet? So 1, 2. Yeah. Okay. So that's 3, 6, 9, 10. I guess I'm trying to get like a sense of scale because I'm not sure how much like 1 square is, you know? Modeling. Cube grid. Trying to get a sense of scale for like I'm not sure how large 1 square is. But my guess is 2 square. I mean, 2 square seems like about like 6 feet, or maybe it's working in meters. I don't know, but which I mean, meters about a yard. So yeah, we're gonna say this would be the length of our bed, and we need it to be about 2.5 times that. So 2. Da da da. Man, this is shaping up to be a quite cozy small cabin. I think that's it right there. Yeah, that's our floor plan, which is crazy to think about. Um, if we can build up the walls here. Oh, sorry, let's get this one. I did not mean to. Wait, what? What's going on? What am I doing? Insane. Wait, Control Y. We're gonna take this, bring that back down. Grab this stuff. Bring that up. Grab this stuff. Or bring that on up. You can probably do it a little bit higher. Um. Yeah. He said that with T we can do ramp mode. What's going on? Huh. Let me bring that video back up.
easily. And don't forget, you can always carve out and inspect the region and hold Control-click to drag it up and down. By selecting a region and hitting Z, you can actually go ahead and create ramps easily.
Oh, Z. That's what it is. So we can press Z. He just kind of says it works. Oh, it works. Oh, oh, it's got to compile all the stuff we just did. Great. So if we hit play now. Ah, no, none of it has a. My bad. This entire cube structure does not have a mesh. So what about this cube? Because like basic shape material. Or not a mesh. It doesn't have physics. So we need this area to have structural physics default physical material. Yes. So if we save that and we hit play, we keep moving through it. These blocks we don't move through. So what's going on? Shape material collision. There is no physical material. What if we let's clear this. Use presets. Hold on. I'm kind of like comparing and contrasting collision presets physics actor. So collision presets physics actor, I assume. Yes. But we can't interact with it in any way. It's strange. Huh. Cast shadow. Let me turn that off. So if we collision, so it's a physics actor. It's also a physics actor. Trying to figure out like what's different between them because I don't understand how this cube is colliding with our character, but we cannot. And the whole damage thing doesn't. Retracing. Let's go back up. I have a static mesh. Shape material. It should be basic shape material. Let's see what that would do. Floor. Why not? What happens now? Nothing. Um, auto weld, cinder mass, offset, all this kind of stuff. None of this is doing anything. Character step on up, yes. Block all dynamic physics acting. Hmm. Looks all actors by default. Character mesh, spectator, invisible wall. Ragdoll, so no collision, block all. Should we make it that instead? We can still keep running into this thing. Back to our physics. Man, this is so strange. Maybe we should just make it block all. Okay, let's try this. Oh, right. Research tab, Unreal Engine 7, Cube Grid, lighter, maybe? Grid tool. Maybe new mesh or edit select mesh, special pull actions is using crew grid. Yeah. Just following output type static mesh, dynamic mesh, a volume. Once you're done using the tool, accept or cancel the change until confirmation panel to learn more about the output types and using meshes. Blockouts and stand-in meshes. And there's editor mode that provides you with tools to create and edit your own 3D mesh directly in Unreal Engine. Hmm. Mobile apply matches and real documentation. This is quite wacky. I'm not entirely sure how to advance physics. If we go back to our modeling mode with the cube grid and all that kind of stuff. For instance, if we grab like this whole section of floor here, what can we do? Actions, slide back, presets. Size grid, output type, static mesh, volume. Blocking volume, I guess. Let's try that. And if we select this, look all with that, we still walk right on through. I'm not entirely sure what to do about this. Hmm. All right. We might have to mess with this later. Okay. So, gotta stretch. Okay. It was a little shaky there, little rough, but we did kind of get something set up a little bit. Kind of, sort of. So, at least, okay, so I will say, going back to our oh, right. But going to our checklist, we did indeed, figure out the things that we set out to do, which, to be fair, like it was very modest, but we did, we did do it. So the whole thing, like reacquainted with Unreal Engine Editor, we got that. Create level file, get a basic block layout. I'm gonna say we did it, and we created the level file. Importantly, and we already have our character, like this character that we coded and all that kind of stuff already set up. So next time, let's go and make the plan for the next time. So I think for day 13, it's getting the cabins set up, making sure we can walk and making sure we can walk around inside. Enabling physics, or like collisions with the player, and maybe adding some furniture. So, with all that, we're going to create our little checklist. We'll make it a checklist because if it's a bullet, or sorry, if it's like a little proper like list and things, it starts like messing up my whole thing. So, okay, we're getting a cabin set up. So we, I think first order business is collision with enabling the block out. Oh my god. Collision with kind of like the block out and the player. Right? That's gonna be the first order business. Because for right now, this whole thing, like, it's not gonna be a really great cabin if we can't like walk on the like walk in it. We're just yeah. So we got blocks, but we want blocks like this that we can actually like step onto and things like that. So we're gonna have to figure that out. Oh, I can do my little jumps. That's fun. So I think that's honestly gonna be like the biggest thing for us. And from there, enable inclusion of block out and player, and maybe adding some furniture. If we're feeling a little fruity. Let's say we're feeling a little fruity. We don't have to do that. This thing is lagging like crazy, but that is okay. I'm gonna go and close Unreal Engine down so I can have some resources back for my computer. So yeah, anyway, well, that was a lot of messing around and doing nothing for a very long time until I finally figured out how to get my level back up and running and get, that stuff, get that kind of stuff all sorted and yada yada. So anyway, so that was a little bit of a rough one. I'm going to kind of slap those two together. I'm gonna do like this. I'm gonna do a light edit on that, so it's not so difficult to watch on YouTube. Otherwise, you will just see me staring at the screen for a super long time. But thank you so much for watching and coming by. I greatly appreciate it. Anyway, I greatly appreciate it. I would normally do a, commentary of like the previous time, but we don't have comments this time, but that is okay. So, in the meantime, I hope y'all have an absolutely lovely day, and I will, see y'all next time. Next week, on Monday at 10 a.m. at twitch.tv/JazwoKit. Where I'm also doing some game streams here and there, usually on like Tuesday or Wednesdays, because it turns out I have a lot of game footage that I need to record for the other videos that I'm making, and this is the best way for me to do that, by just having a stream. Anyway, so thank y'all so much for coming by. I appreciate it. I hope y'all have a lovely day, and I'll see y'all next time.